It's a month of mental health awareness and self-love. And whether we're in a romantic relationship or not, cultivating the most important relationship in our lives is the one we have with ourselves. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And this week's video is about how my relationship tests me. And if you're a new viewer, I want you to know that this channel is all about you. This channel is dedicated to those who want to transform their lives by healing their self-sabotage and abandonment past so you can achieve the unconditional love you deserve. Going back to the idea of self, we align ourselves with those who will either show us areas that we need to heal or those who will mirror us the self-love we've been investing into ourselves. And in this way, our relationships are our greatest assignments because they magnify whatever it is that's going on within us. And if we're going into a relationship with these core fears, then we can be sure that those fears will be triggered and brought up to surface. And how we show up in those moments will determine if we learned the lessons that's trying to teach us, so we can break free from those old patterns based in fear. Many times we align with someone who challenges us by triggering our unhealed wounds, making us act from fearful patterns of communication that create separation rather than connection. And this looks like fight or flight, conflict or withdrawal pattern, which is based on past traumas, big or small, that we unconsciously bring into present moment and even project into the future. Sometimes it's not the present situation that's upsetting us, but rather the unhealed wound rooted in the past. And when we're scared, rather going to conflict or running away, we can go within. And going within means to connect with yourself through being alone, or whatever way you connect with your answers and clarity within. Start asking your mind to show you the first memory of this feeling. From there, you can allow feelings to come up to release, moving them when you're ready to the other side where you can see things from like a higher perspective. And in this space, you'll experience a radical shift. And this is where you find peace, safety, serenity, and your connection to love. And now that you're back connected within, you'll be able to enter a conversation with someone from a place of vulnerability, which means moving with an open heart and explore your feelings and sharing with your partner how you feel and what you need. This is coming from a place of love, not fear-based patterns. All of my fears were triggered in my romantic relationships, so I started here. I began looking at my limiting patterns and behaviors in my relationships that weren't working, like the fears of abandonment, intimacy, my focus on taking care of everyone rather than myself, and needing someone to behave a certain way for me to be happy, or me giving the love and attention I wasn't giving to myself. And I began to identify the fears and ideas that was running the show beneath these patterns and keeping me in a place of feeling like a victim. From this new level of self-awareness, this is where I started to break free and grow and just leap. Many times we try to change the other person in order for us to be happy, or we judge, blame others, rather than owning our own feelings and taking inventory to see how limiting beliefs or patterns can block us from what we desire. I began to look within myself, and I could see all of the challenges in my relationships and how it was a reflection of my loveless thoughts and the lack of connection I had with myself. I was only focusing on my external life with no awareness of my internal landscape, which is not just our body, but our thoughts, emotion, and our soul. When I was ready to look at it, I saw that my thoughts and emotions were based in lack, fear, doubt, and limitation. I wasn't taking care of myself here. Instead, I was choosing to focus all my attention on taking care of others or taking care of the relationship and trying to fix it. We are meant to live to our full potential, and when we do so, we allow our relationships to be the fullest that they can be as well. God lines us up with experiences that allows us to make new choices and break us out of old patterns, which is a deeply liberating experience. Let's spend some peaceful time alone each day where you can meditate, journal, and do something you love so you can connect with yourself. Give yourself that space to release anything that no longer serves you, like thoughts, fears, worries, or emotions. Now, ask yourself, are you experiencing shifts in your relationships as you connect with yourself in a more meaningful way through your daily practice?